Community, Modular, and Electronic. It's a net label that I made, because net labels, right? Yay. Basically, the charter is this. Don't overthink it. Let's just make some electronic music jams for free. Because art is for everyone, and everyone is for art. Electronic music isn't something that should be unattainable. It should be, if you have any interest in it, it should be there. There's a platform, not just where music can be released for you, the consumer, but us, the artists, have yet another place we can gather and converse with each other. Like, I know there's a lot of net labels out there, but I just want to drive home the fact that the only people who are a part of this are the people who make the albums and other people who are also making the albums, and all we're doing is just checking out each other's work, and that's it. That is awesome. That's what we did in the punk scene, back when I was in punk bands in the early 2000s. But the most important element is that the door is open and everybody is welcome. Some of the stuff that I want to do with the net label, apart from release a bunch of free music, is meet people. Of course, I've already had the chance to meet 3 different artists who've put out releases with me, which has been amazing. I have some DIY physical release plans for later next year. I want to build a catalog before then. I want to do Eurorack people, especially on Twitter. I like watching the Eurorack jams. Ambient sound producers is another one. There's really cool ambient stuff that it's very difficult to find a platform if you're a producer of ambient music, or if you're into that sort of stuff. House music, lo-fi, hip-hop, that sort of stuff. And of course, chiptunes. My goodness, I've been into chiptunes for years. So any chiptune people, love you. Community, Modular, and Electronic, get with me. We'll put out some music together. A big thing I want to do with this label is community-driven compilations. Think of like what the Ludum Dare does with video games. They make there's a theme, and then everyone does something related to the theme. I think that would be fun. It's true that battleofthebits.org already kind of does that, but I want to expand into music that they don't really handle very much. I don't see a whole lot of experimental stuff coming out on that website, and although they do accept entries from VCV Rack, they're very slim, and I want to do a lot of stuff that I don't really see there. But that is an awesome site that's doing something very similar to what I'm describing. For starters, I recently got one of these 303 clones. I would love to do a 303 based compilation. So we're up to 6 releases right now. Again, 3 of them are from me, and we've got a house producer put together an EP with 2 8-minute or so house jams, which was awesome. There's a guy who had a PO33, which is the sample-based music, put out a couple of sample-based jams with me just like 2 weeks ago maybe, and then just today we have a 15+ minute ambient track which was released as a single EP, and the artist did that off of Twitter on a dare, which is absolutely awesome. So if you have any interest in creating electronic music, come talk to me. I set up an email address so that we can sort of converse on like a safe platform that I can distribute. There's also Twitter. I set up a Twitter. I've got a Bandcamp page set up, and there's going to be a complete discography purchase option very soon, because some people like to throw down the 50 cents or whatever it is so that they can get all that stuff added to their Bandcamp account. I want to make that as cheap as possible and as available as possible, but they don't let you have that unless you actually charge for something. So I'm probably going to make a single like token song that costs $1 and then offer the discography at a great discount so that you can get the complete discography for like 50 cents or 25 cents or something like that. Whatever the cheapest option I can find is. So that's coming on the way. And lots of cool stuff, because the world doesn't have enough net labels, right? Want to do a quick shout out to 3 net labels who kind of prompted me to do this. The big one is Junkmaker Sounds, which was experimental music, and they closed down recently. So I was lucky enough to get involved with their last compilation. So if you go to Junkmaker Sounds and pick up a copy of their final compilation, I'm actually on it, which is amazing. So Junkmaker Sounds is one. Another big one is DMT Tapes FL. That's it. DMT Tapes FL is the biggest vaporwave label around. 800 plus releases. They release stuff every single week, multiple times a week for years and years and years. And I love that that's a brand that has embraced the notion of music being oversaturated. Oversaturation of the music market is something that is awesome. It should be embraced. There is an ocean of thought and sound and wonderful things. And DMT Tapes FL, I think, embraces that notion like nobody else. So I've kind of adopted their sort of cataloging system. And finally, big shout out to Painted Blonde, which is a DIY cassette tape label run by Jason Lambeth, who I'm a big fan of. He is an indie rocker. He makes indie rock tunes under the name Red Pants. Big fan of his. The whole notion of let's just do it yourself. Get the tapes, get the MP3s, get whatever you got, and go, man. Go. Head over to the Bandcamp for Community Modular and Electronic. Check it out. If you make electronic tunes, hit me up. I have the email address, which I'm going to put in the description. And that's all I got for now. I will get back to you guys with a few more details on the 303 competition / compilation very, very soon. See you then.